do you have a neighbor or maybe know of a local business that really keeps their property up impeccably? Would you like to nominate them to become a neat neighbor here in Quincy? The Neat Neighbor Contest is underway. Paul Doherty's here from the Quincy Parks Department to tell us about that and an opportunity for you to adopt an island in the city. So Paul, great to see you, first of all.
Thanks, Joe. Nice to be with you today.
Thanks for stopping by here in the waning days of summer.
Yes.
Going quick.
Although the heat continues on, you know, it's
yes.
been a hot summer.
Indeed it has, yeah. Neat Neighbors Contest, it's not new, right? It's been going on for a while.
It's been going on quite a while,
Yeah.
and it's a real favorite project of the mayor, Tom Koch. He encourages residents to nominate their neighbors or friends in the city that maintain their properties in a way that is outstanding. And it's a great program. We kick it off every year, June 1st, you know, roughly the beginning of the planting season. And we run it through the summer, ending it on Labor Day weekend. We cover the whole city. There are 30 areas of the city, wards and precincts. And so we go out into each one of those areas, and we pick a property that has either been nominated by a neighbor, or we have our own committee that goes out and actually looks. So we make sure that there's no street that we haven't looked at.
Oh, very good. Okay.
And so that project is ongoing.
So even if you haven't been nominated, you could still be selected.
Yes.
By your committee.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm actively out almost every day. I'll go out and review properties.
With your
and
pen and paper, right? Jotting down notes.
And
or taking pictures or whatever.
Well, we verify all of them.
Okay.
And so we take pictures, and we publish that. But it's really a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And some properties get multiple nominations.
I'm sure. Everybody has that one neighbor that's out there all the time, planting and mowing and
everything.
Tending to all the gardens and making it look gorgeous. So everybody's envious.
No, it's great, and we not only we look at, this is the important part, I think, for folks that want to nominate, is that we're looking at the front of the house. Mm-hmm. A lot of folks have really nice backyards.
Oh yeah.
But we can't. Those can't count because we can't encourage folks to go into someone's backyard.
Obviously, right.
Yeah. So it's forward-facing type of things that we look at.
Curb appeal.
Curb appeal, exactly.
Okay.
And we look at the house, and we look at the front yard. We look at the area between the sidewalk and the street.
Yep.
Some people keep that up really nice. Other people, they plant flowers and things in it. So we give credit for that. And then we also take into account any kind of special landscaping you might have, bird baths, or just kind of fun stuff.
Okay.
So
lawn art, everything.
Lawn art, yeah. And so we have a little informal, kind of scoring system.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of fun with it.
I bet.
We hope everybody else does as well.
Do you know how about this program's been going on, Paul? Just roughly.
Well, I've been here for 10 years, and it's been active as long as I've been doing it.
It's been a while, I know.
In fact, I had my own island, and I still do, across the street from my house, and I've been doing that for probably 30 years.
Oh,
so,
you adopted it?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So it's been going on quite some time. I think previous administrations have supported this as well.
So the idea is, obviously recognize folks who are putting out a lot of time and effort to keep up their properties.
Yes.
And also have some fun, and maybe encourage other folks to do the same thing.
Do the same thing. It's contagious, Joe.
Oh, sure. Yes.
People see you out there working, planting flowers, and next thing you know, they would be doing the same.
It is true, yeah.
And it takes one house to get it started.
It's so true. Even if you just upgrade a little bit, right?
A little bit, yeah. It doesn't take much.
What does the winner get, Paul?
So at the end of the summer, we put everything together, and we award 30 gift certificates, $30 each.
Okay.
And you can redeem those at Armquist Flowerland up on Franklin Street.
Sure.
And they've been longtime partners with us in the program. Yeah.
Okay, very nice. Excellent. Is there like a formal ceremony for that, or you just kind of mail them out there?
No, actually, we mail them out, but we also place neat neighbor contest winner sign on your front lawn.
Oh, fun. Okay.
You know,
All
so
right.
I have the opportunity to go out and deliver the check
Yep.
and also plant the sign.
Nice.
And the cool thing about this, you know, as we go into the fall, some people leave the sign up for a week or two.
Sure.
Some people leave them up all year round.
Well, you know, it's a
They're
point of
very
pride,
proud.
right? Yeah.
Very proud.
Nice. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I know that you mentioned try and keep it equitable as possible, right? Spread it out all over the city.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I mean, you know, it's. I think that's it's the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there are areas of the city that are beautiful, and you know, home after home is gorgeous. People spend a lot of time and effort, but
Yeah.
you know, again, we're trying to spread this thing out through the whole city and be fair about it.
Sure.
So, yeah.
I'm thinking, you know, for maybe folks in apartments that have little terraces, maybe has that ever been
You know,
consideration?
that's a good question.
Yeah.
Although no, it's really more directed toward people that own the
Yards.
properties.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. And Labor Day is the deadline, right?
Labor Day's the deadline,
Okay.
so there's a few more weeks to go, couple, 3 weeks to go. You can call our office or you can send me an email.
Okay.
And both that information, I'm sure, is available on the,
Yeah, we'll put that up on screen
On
for
the
folks.
screen, yeah.
Just pdoherty@quincyma.gov.
Correct,
Right? Or 617-376-1251 for folks who are just listening to this program.
right. And you know, and you don't have, if you want to be anonymous about it,
Yeah.
you can do that.
oh, you can?
You know, in other words, if you want to nominate yourself and
Ah.
be cool about it, that's fine.
Okay. How many nominations have you got so far?
Well, so far we've got 50.
All right.
And you know, we're looking for 25 or so more.
Yeah.
We seem to settle in around 80 or so, 70 or 80 every single year.
Okay.
From which we choose the 30. So you know, we're getting there.
Okay. Did you have repeat winners from years past?
We do, and
Yeah.
but we try again. We do not award them back to back.
Okay.
So if you won last year, you will not win this year.
Okay, all
I
right.
can tell you that
Okay,
right now.
okay.
And but you know, there are you know, homes that come up every year.
Sure.
So I think there'll be a couple in this year's list that have been represented before,
Because folks
because
just
they do such a great job.
like to take care of their places, right?
Yeah.
And keep them up, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds like a great time, actually.
Yeah.
That's a limited program, right? That's just June 1st to Labor Day.
Yes. Yes.
The Adopt
And
an Island program is different.
the Adopted Island program is a different program.
Yeah.
It's more of a year-round program.
Okay.
And you know, the Adopted Islands, there's over 100 of them in the city.
We're talking traffic islands. right?
Traffic islands, you know, that's where they're primarily
Sure.
traffic islands. But in the case of the island that I adopted,
Mm-hmm.
it's a triangular-shaped island. It's got a big flagpole on it, and so it's not really a traffic island. It just happens to be in the neighborhood that I live.
Okay.
And my wife kids me about it because that island is bigger than my yard. So when you take the
Okay.
the grass space that I take care of on the island
Right.
and combine with my yard, you know, it keeps me busy out there on the weekends.
Okay. You put your lounge chair out on the island. And
Yeah. So you know, so these islands are available. The city maintains a bunch on their own.
Yes.
You know, and you might see those in the busier intersections. We have two gardeners actually that work for us that plant the flowers and keep them looking nice. You know, more of the gateway intersections in the city.
Just city property, right?
City. Oh, yeah, these are all city property.
city owns
yeah, they're
them,
all
yeah.
city property.
Yeah.
And so we maintain about 35 or 40,
Mm-hmm.
and that leaves the balance to interested residents and businesses that would like to
okay.
take an island and maintain it. And you know, there's a lot of creativity that goes into these islands. You know, we don't have any rules really on what you can or cannot do. It just has to be done, you know, tastefully. And you know, if you're a business and you want to sponsor an island, most businesses would, you know, tend to be conservative.
Sure.
And you know, do plantings or landscaping that is.
It's a reflection of their business, right?
And of course in the city as
Yeah.
well. So.
Okay, all right. How does one adopt an island, Paul?
Same thing. You can contact me at the office, and we can, because they're available all over the city, we can kind of figure out where you are, where you live, where the business is located,
I see.
and then try to point you in the right direction on getting an island that would be easy for you to maintain.
Sure.
Convenient.
Close to you.
Yeah.
And easy to get
And
to.
again, plantings, landscaping.
Yep.
The theme of it can be pretty much what you want.
Oh, all right. I know some of the garden clubs already adopt a couple.
Yes, thank you for mentioning that.
Sure.
So we've got Wollaston Garden Club that's got 4 or 5 islands that they adopt.
Yeah.
You've got the Houseneck Garden
Yep.
Club that does a fantastic job in Houseneck with Leo Kelly Park and a few
Yep.
of the other ones. The Welcome Rock when you come into Houseneck.
Yes, that's the
That's
most
kind of
visible
the one
yeah.
they see. So the garden clubs are very helpful.
Yeah.
And
Seaside Gardeners, I know.
exactly.
Yep.
Squantum, the causeway as you go out to
Yes.
Squantum, there's about 40 beds
Yep.
there that Dave Blayton has taken that over, and he does a great job with that as well.
Sure.
And the plantings there tend to be daylilies, and they're gorgeous, so that really is a nice entryway to Squantum.
Yeah. And once you adopt an island, is it always yours? Is there like a timeline?
Yeah, it's yours until you want to give it up.
Oh, okay.
And so
Okay.
that's why there's a little bit of a turnover,
Yep.
People maybe aren't able to keep the island, so they turn it back in.
Okay.
And we find a new owner, so
Sure.
to speak.
Sure. Yes.
And
yeah.
we're grateful for
Of
people and
course.
businesses to do this.
So it's they're spending
Yeah.
their own money, right, to maintain it. So,
yep.
they
so,
get yes.
So hopefully this will stay.
Yeah. Let's.
So this is an example of the signage that we would put up, recognizing an individual or an organization or a business,
Nice.
for their support. And they basically say this bed is maintained by, in this case, Quincy Lions Club.
Yep.
We're working with them to find a suitable island, and they've been very patient. And so we're hoping to get that squared away this week.
Oh, this is nice. This is
Yeah.
a metal sign too, by the way.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
So that'll last. Yeah.
We work with the Signorama folks up on Wood Road in Braintree.
Oh.
And, stuff like this, it's like a system, you know what I mean? So they have our template, and it's very easy to work with them in getting the new signs.
Just call them up and say, fill in the
Yep,
blank,
fill
right?
in the blank,
Yeah.
or send them an email. And so that type of thing is a very quick turnaround, and we're able to get the stuff out and have people enjoy it and
Sure.
take some pride in their work.
Yeah, and I think we talked about earlier, obviously spring and summer and fall months,
Yes.
prime adopt an island months, but winter too, right?
Yeah, I mean, primarily the residential islands, they're summertime, but the business adopted islands, like some of the funeral homes and things like that, they'll maintain the island year round with fall planting, like mums in the fall, and in the wintertime, just keeping it neat.
Yes.
And removing the dead plant growth and things like that.
Sure, yeah.
So for some folks, it's a year-round thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. And back to Neat Neighbors for a sec, can it also be businesses, Paul, that can be nominated to win? Or
No,
just-
not really.
No, okay.
No, I mean, it's a good question, although, but we haven't had any. It's
okay.
mostly homes.
Yep, okay.
The neighbor type of thing.
Gotcha.
Although,
Okay.
if you had a small business in a neighborhood,
This
they
is
could
what I'm
qualify.
thinking.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're open to it all, Joe.
Okay.
Yeah.
No rules here.
Not really. Yeah. A question that comes up a lot with with the adopted island is watering the plants.
Yes.
Does the city provide water? And unfortunately, we do not.
Okay.
All
right.
We have a watering truck that goes
Oh, I've
around
seen it,
and,
sure,
and
yeah.
waters the stuff that we maintain, but part of taking on the responsibility as a resident would be to bring your own water over.
Gotcha.
Okay. And
Good to know. Yeah.
yeah, and it isn't. I guess the trick to that is to plant things that are drought tolerant.
Of course.
You know?
Yes. You mentioned daylilies. Those
Yeah,
are perfect, right?
exactly.
Hosta are another good one.
Yeah.
They're pretty resilient too.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although the bunnies like them.
Yes, they do, and the deer. Yes, I know.
So
Education. It's
yeah,
in
so-
horticulture. Yeah.
exactly.
Very good. So, anything else we should let folks know about right now?
I don't think so, Joe.
Okay.
I just wanted to take the opportunity to come on the broadcast and let people know that both programs are alive and well.
Okay.
And with Neat Neighbors kind of wrapping up for the summer, we're still looking for new nominees.
Okay.
And then, of course, the year-round Adopted Island
Okay.
program.
This could be on your front lawn.
Yes.
Again, it's emails pdoherty@quincyma.gov or phone 617-376-1251. Great. Thanks so
Exactly.
much, Paul.
Thanks, Joe.
Enjoy the rest of your summer.
You as well.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for watching us here at AM Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano. We'll see you next time.